Okay, so for today, you're going to actually do an activity online. You're going to be going to a separate website and doing an activity there. So this little video is just a quick little instruction video just to show you how to navigate through this. So when you click on the link, you're going to come here and it says check out the video below. We're going to do that in a second. I just wanted to make you note of a couple of other things. For starters, the big important thing is ignore this play button down here on the bottom. This is for a podcast, so if you click on it, it's going to head off to a podcast. And also, most likely, an ad will pop up the first time you visit this site. Just asks you to sign up. You don't need to sign up. You can just push X in the top corner, and then it shouldn't pop up again. All right. So you're going to come here, and we're going to watch a video. So I'll push play. You don't have to enlarge it, but I'll enlarge it so that you can see it. And we'll do the first one together. All right, so we're watching the video. Okay, so it looks like a guy. It's actually my friend Kyle who's walking out of a building, and it looks like it's 25 feet. Okay, interesting. And it took 5 seconds. I don't know if you saw that on the bottom there. Okay, so we've clicked and watched the video. So now to move on to the next slide, you're actually going to scroll down and find the next. So the next is hidden by this podcast, so don't push any of these buttons. Scroll down and push next. All right, so the next page is going to load up, and it's going to ask you a question. Now, here's the catch. So this question here, which of the following best describes the resulting time graph, distance versus time graph, and you're going to go and look through all of these and make a choice. Now, here's the catch. Do not click on one of these things, okay? It's not going to work. All I want you to do is look at the answers and guess one and think of an answer in your head, and then you're going to push next. I'll show you what happens if you try, let's say we pick this one. It's going to ask you to try and sign in and everything like that. Even with a guess, it's not going to work. Okay, so we're not going to do the interactive part of this. We're just going to watch the video and think in our head about what the answer is and go from there. So we'll think about what our answer is, and then we're going to push next, and we're going to find out the answer. Okay, so just while we're thinking about it, it's distance from work. So this must be where Kyle works. And this is time in seconds. And so maybe you have an idea in your head of what the graph will look like. So let's push play, and I'll enlarge so we can look at it. And the graph does that. So I'm just going to pause here. I'll get rid of the ad. So the graph did this. It went up in a straight line. So again, let's examine what the graph is all about. So time goes along the bottom here, and we saw that timer go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And this is distance from work. So since he's walking away from the building, the distance has to increase. And he's walking at a constant rate, so he's going up at the same amount each second. Okay, so think back to the first differences thing that we did before. I imagine the first differences of this would be the same because he's walking the same 5 feet every second. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up until 25 feet is done. Okay, so that's why this graph does that. Now we're going to watch all sorts of graphs all sorts of videos, and each time I want you to make a prediction of what the graph will look like. So we'll push next. And we're going to get to task 2. And again, we'll click and watch the video. I'm going to pretend I'm not going to show you that video. You can do this on your own. And then underneath, you see, is the question. Okay, and again, you're not going to be able to select the question. I just want you to think about it. Okay, and then move on to the next video and watch and see if you were right. There are 10 videos you're going to watch. They only take, obviously, a couple of seconds. You're going to watch, take a guess of what the graph will look like, and then click on the next screen to see if you're right. All of this is getting used to these distance time graphs. And then after you're done this, you're going to go to the next activity or assignment below this post and do a quiz. And it'll be a real quiz that you'll actually be able to answer. It's one that I made up. Okay, so this is all just watching and learning, and go through the 10 tasks and then go on to the next thing and do the quiz. Good luck and have fun, and have a great weekend.